What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Playmakers Pod. I'm your host, Isaac. Right here is Joseph. We're going to get started by talking about the QBs yesterday. It was a pretty big day for the QBs. If you were looking for an extension, most of them ended up getting an extension or just a straight up a new contract. The first one, probably the least expected. Like, if you would have told me last year this dude would be getting an extension for this amount, I would have thought you were out your mind. But the first one we're going to talk about is Geno Smith. Geno Smith literally went from being dead in New York, like one of the most hated men in New York, the Jets and the Giants, went to Seattle, stayed as a backup behind Russell Wilson. He was finally given his opportunity this year, and he really flourished under that opportunity. Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks weren't going away. Geno Smith fought back. He earned a spot on this team. Many people didn't even think he would even be the starter going into this year because, remember, Seattle traded for Drew Lock in the Russell Wilson trade. So he wasn't even a guaranteed starter coming into this year. But shout out to Geno. He won the job. He showed out. He took Seattle to the playoffs when they had no business being there. And he ended up getting an extension for 3 years, $100 million. Shout out to Geno Smith, man. Shout out to Geno Smith.
Yeah, this is actually a really good contract too. They didn't commit to him that long term either. It's like 3 years. They can get out. They can cut him after 2 years. Like, if he's not after 2 years, if they just want to move on from him, they can do that. It's probably the best deal, to be honest with you, because it's pretty cheap for how he's probably the best. He's probably played the best last year out of all three of the quarterbacks that got paid yesterday. He's probably the best. Geno Smith, he had the best year. He won comeback player of the year. He had a better year than Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson's getting paid like fucking almost $50 million. Yeah, Geno Smith's only getting paid $35 million. They're saying that Jimmy Garoppolo might get paid $37 million, and Geno Smith to me last year played way better than when Garoppolo's on the field because Geno Smith actually plays. He's not like a game manager type of quarterback. He actually plays. Like, he's actually a good
plays.
quarterback.
Yeah, he created.
He can make plays that are out of the ordinary. He's not a game manager. Like, if Jimmy Garoppolo, I see him right now. Maybe not 2 years ago, he was a little bit better, but now he's not that. He's coming off another injury. He's more than likely going to be a game manager type of quarterback, and he gets paid. He wants $37 million, so that's pretty good bargain. $35 million, really good bargain. And the Seahawks, apparently they really like, what is it called? Anthony Richardson and Pete Carroll had a really good meeting. He said that he really liked Pete Carroll, Richardson, so they can still draft the quarterback. Pete Carroll even said that they still might draft the quarterback at 5. Well, that would probably be good. You said especially if you draft Anthony Richardson, you sit him behind Geno Smith for like 2 years maybe, because Richardson's going to need some development. And you saw when Seattle developed Geno Smith really good, because I don't think anybody saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming, especially after how shitty he played all in New York with the Jets. Yeah, that was like
Jets and Giants.
Yeah, and the Giants too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he took backup jobs with the Chargers and the Seahawks, and then he ended up being the Seahawks starter. So yeah, it's pretty good bargain for the Seahawks. Pretty good deal. All right, the next quarterback that got paid yesterday, heading to New Orleans, got cut by the Raiders. Derek Carr signing a 4-year, $150 million deal. What are your thoughts about this, Isaac?
I've been mentioning Derek Carr going to the Saints for a while. Like, when we brought up the best fits at first, I had originally thought that the Saints would be the best fit for Derek Carr. But then after looking at the situation going down in New Orleans, that Alvin Kamara might be facing jail time, and also Michael Thomas potentially getting cut, I'm not sure if that might have been the best situation that he could have gone to. As far as the contract goes, I think it was pretty solid. It's a solid amount for both teams. I'm not sure how the Saints are able to keep creating this type of cap space year in and year out. They have to cut a bunch of players every single year, but it just confuses me how they're able to do this every single time. But he instantly becomes the best QB in this division. I mean, he's only competing against Desmond Ridder, Sam Darnold, and Kyle Trask. Yeah, I mean, the Saints should be the runaway favorites unless something crazy happens in the rest of that division where some team is able to pull off a crazy trade, I do see the Saints easily taking this division. It's a solid number for. I think Derek Carr got his worth on this contract, and same thing with the Saints too. They're getting their money's worth. They get a playoff run. They get an experienced QB. They don't got to fully reload and like rebuild. They could just run it with a veteran QB and see how far he could take them.
Yeah, this is a good deal as well. To be honest with you, I would have liked the Saints just like tear it down and rebuild. That's what I wanted the Saints to do. Because I really don't see how far this team's going to get in the playoffs. Because they're really aging. I don't know about Michael Thomas. Because Michael Thomas is going to be making $32 million. So it's either Michael Thomas has to take a pay cut. He was excited about Michael Thomas, about Derek Carr. I mean, Michael Thomas was excited about Derek Carr. He tweeted about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he has to be willing to take a pay cut because he can't just be going next year making $32 million. That's pretty impossible. Because he's not even the best receiver on his team anymore. He can't stay on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering about the Alvin Kamara situation still. I wonder if he's even going to play next year. Or if he's going to be suspended. He might go to jail. So I don't even know.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing for Derek Carr is that he still has Chris Olave there.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing... They're going to win the division. Unless the only other team I can really see winning the division is maybe the Panthers if they get like if they get a rookie. If the rookie that they draft the rookie and all of a sudden he becomes like this really good rookie. So I can see the Panthers maybe doing.
He's got to be ready to play now, though.
Yeah, the Saints are probably the runaway favorites right now because I don't think the Bucks are gonna. I think the Bucks might just settle with Kyle Trask. And even if they do sign a quarterback, I don't think he's gonna be better than Derek Carr. So,
if they sign Jimmy G, I think the Bucks can provide some competition. I think it'll be pretty competitive if the Bucks end up running with Jimmy Garoppolo, but. As far as them just rolling with Kyle Trask, then I think they should just be rolling for the Caleb Williams sweepstakes.
Bro, if Jimmy G goes to the fucking Bucks, his division's gonna be super mediocre next year. It's gonna be fucking good quarterbacks. It's like Derek Carr, Jimmy G. I don't even know. It's like the Panthers. It's like the Panthers are gonna try to re-sign Sam Darnold. So I don't know. So maybe they draft the quarterback. They might just start Sam Darnold still. So I don't even know. And then the Falcons have Desmond Ridder. Yeah.
Unless Ritter turns into Cincinnati Ritter.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, unless he turns into Cincinnati Ritter, I don't know. The Falcons actually have a good team, too. The Falcons probably have I think their offensive line is like top 5 graded, top 5 offensive line by PFF, and they had a good running game. Receiving core is pretty mid. But
I think Drake London takes the next step.
Yeah,
next year.
I hope Drake London takes another step, bro.
I think Drake London, second year he should take over as the full number 1 option. Kyle Pitts too was also a very high draft pick. Hopefully the Falcons could actually start to use him now.
Yeah, it's because the Falcons are like a run first offense. Because Arthur Smith, that's what he did in Tennessee. They're trying to do that again. Yeah, because they're just fucking using Kyle Pitts as a fucking distraction last year. Whenever he played, he was a distraction. They didn't want to throw it to him. And they use him as a run blocker. That's how you use him. Yeah.
You got 2 guys who are 6'5" plus and crazy athletes, but you don't want to use them. I don't get it.
Yeah, they're using run blockers now. Yeah.
That was for real, yeah, both of them.
I just don't know how Desmond Ridder is going to do this year either because the last couple of games he played this year, they weren't good. He was average and below average. That's the way he played. But it's barely his first year.
I don't really have too many expectations for Ridder anyways once he was announced as starter. He is already at the end.
I just don't think the Falcons are going to be that bad even if they have Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder plays like shit. I don't think they're going to be that bad because they still have a decent roster. The roster's not bad.
Yeah, they could get a 6, 7, 8 wins.
Yeah, the Bucks have Kyle Trask. So, I don't believe in Kyle Trask at all. Sorry to say, Buccaneers fans. I don't believe in him at all. And they're trying to Levante David's a free agent, and then Devin White on Instagram was making it seem like he was going to leave. And then he lost Jamal Dean. Jamal Dean's a free agent. A lot of people are free agents over there. So their roster is going to be pretty shitty with Kyle Trask. So, yeah. But the Saints are probably going to be the runaway favorites. Probably. Yeah. Derek Carr.
What if Desmond Ridder just turns into Jalen Hurts from his rookie year? Remember how Hurts had to start the last few games at the end of Carson Wentz's time in Philadelphia, and then Hurts got his next full season as a starter, and nobody thought that the Eagles were going to do anything, but somehow they ended up making the playoffs that year. What if that just happens to be Desmond Ridder this year, or he actually starts developing like as the season goes on too? Like they start off super slow, and then all of a sudden the Falcons get hot, and then Ridder ends up becoming the guy down there in Atlanta.
But yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know how possible it is, but that's a possibility. He has weapons. The roster's not that bad. I'm telling you, the roster's not that bad.
It really isn't.
The receivers, they just need to use the receivers. Really, they actually need to use the receivers because they spent what pick did they spend? Number 8 on Drake London. That pick's gonna be wasted.
I thought he was also like number 5.
That what?
Was he? I thought he was also like top 5 though.
Drake London?
Yeah. Kyle Pitts, sure. I know for sure was like number 4.
Kyle Pitts was 4. No, Drake London was 8. I'm pretty sure
he was 8. Oh damn, yeah.
Because Kayvon Thibodeau, I remember last year's draft was like.
Oh yeah, that was Kayvon Thibodeau. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was
still the first receiver off the board.
Yeah, because I know Evan Neal was 7. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, It was 8. All right, well, we're gonna talk about the quarterback of my favorite team, Daniel Jones. He got a big payday as well. It's a 4-year, $160 million deal. He's getting paid $40 million annually. You know, to be honest with you, a lot of people are shitting on Daniel Jones, but I don't think this is that bad of a deal because by the time there's a lot of other quarterbacks that need to get paid. So by the time that happens, there's quarterbacks like Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar, Joe Burrow. All of them need to get paid, and they're all going to get paid in the $50 million range. Jones is going to get moved down to like 13 for 14th highest paid quarterback. So when you look at it like that, it's not that bad. And also the way this contract is structured, the Giants can like get rid of him after 2 years. Like they can say bye-bye if they don't want him anymore. So they can void him after that. So it's not really that big of a deal. And I think they paid him this money because they think he's going to improve. I'm going to trust Brian Daboll if he really thinks Jones is going to improve because of what he did with Josh Allen. I'm not saying Jones is going to be as good as Josh Allen. Probably not. Like, almost certainly he's not going to be that good. But I think he's going to improve. Like, definitely. They're going to upgrade the offense. Yeah, the offensive line was pretty shit last year. Still, the only guy that we have is Andrew Thomas. I made an all-pro team. That's the only offensive lineman that's actually good on the team. Our receivers.
Hold on. You don't think Evan Neal is gonna get better next year?
Oh, last year. Oh yeah, I think he's gonna get better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Evan Neal this year, he played like shit. Same thing with Andrew Thomas in his rookie year. He played like shit. But yeah, that's why I think Jones is gonna do better these next couple of years, especially next year. Right. They're actually gonna add. They're not gonna have practice squad receivers because the whole entire receiving core got hurt. We had fucking Isaiah Hodgins. Isaiah Hodgins on the Bills practice squad, like most of the season. Wandale Robinson, our second-round pick, ACL torn. Sterling Shepard, second week, ACL torn. Everybody fucking tore their ACL. So we had fucking Isaiah Hodgins, Richie James Jr. Yeah, a lot of people don't even fucking know who Richie James Jr. is. Yeah, and who else do we have? We signed James Washington off of the practice squad because that's how many injuries we had. The Cowboys cut him. The Giants picked him up because that's how bad the Giants receiving core was. So yeah, even the tight ends weren't that good either. We had Bellinger. He's all right. It's not like he's anything special. Saquon's really the only elite weapon that Jones has. But yeah, I think this is a pretty solid deal. There's a lot of hate for Daniel Jones. I saw Jaquan Brisker shitting on him, bro. That was pissing me off. But yeah, I think this is not that bad. A lot of people are saying that why isn't Lamar getting paid? The reason Lamar's not getting paid and Jones got paid is because Jones wasn't asking for his whole contract to be guaranteed. That's the problem with Lamar. It's not because the NFL thinks Lamar Jackson's worse than Jones or something. It's not because they're racist or anything. It's because Lamar wants his whole contract guaranteed because the Browns fucked up last season. They fucked up last season and they gave Deshaun Watson his whole fucking contract guaranteed. So now Lamar Jackson, who's probably better than Deshaun Watson right now, he wants his whole contract guaranteed too. He won an MVP. He already has more accomplishments than Watson. So obviously he's going to want the same amount of money. He actually wants more money than Deshaun Watson. So it's going to be pretty hard. It's not going to be easy to give your whole fucking contract guaranteed to a quarterback. That means you can't cut him either. Because if you cut him, you lose the rest of that money. Like, you're just going to have negative cap hits for the rest of the thing. Jones only got $82 million guaranteed for the first 2 years. After that, the Giants can cut him. It's not like if Jones came in here asking for his whole contract guaranteed, the Giants would have fucking told him to leave the fucking stadium, man. They would have just told him to leave. That's not going to happen. So it's not. RG3 was trying to make that comparison with Lamar and Jones, but Jones wasn't asking for his whole contract to be guaranteed like the way Lamar is. So that's why it's easier to get the deal done. But I like this deal for the Giants, especially the way our GM Joe Shane was able to construct it. So if he doesn't perform the standard, the Giants can just cut him and move on and get a new quarterback. That's why I really like this deal. If they didn't have that option, then I wouldn't really know how to feel about it. But Joe Shane really constructed this contract really good. It's not like Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman fucked us in the ass many times with his contracts.
Damn.
This contract is not gonna do that to us. I can't just question Joe Shane because Joe Shane, it's his second year, and he literally brought us to the playoffs in his first year, and he really didn't do much. He hired the right coaching staff. I can't really question him yet because it's too early. So I'm gonna trust him until there's something that I really need to question him about. I'm fine right now because there's nothing that he's done like so egregiously bad that really changes my mind about him. I still think he's gonna be a good GM because it's barely second year. This is his first year where he actually has money because last year we had no money. So I need to give him another year before I can really start judging his moves. Because this year, phenomenal year because they made the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. So I really can't question him yet. So yeah, I really like this deal. Pretty nice for the Giants.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, you can't really make that comparison between Daniel Jones and Lamar Jackson. Because, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Daniel Jones will even knows that Lamar Jackson is probably worth a bigger contract right now at this point. Daniel Jones didn't go out there asking for the exact same contract as Lamar because, yeah, that would have been absurd. That would have been 100% absurd. But I like the move for both sides. It feels like they're able to find a bit of a middle ground. The deal is 4 years, $160 million. That averages out to $40 million each year, which, I mean, the Giants wanted to pay him around $35 million, which is what was reported, and Daniel Jones wanted $45 million. So I guess you kind of settle on a middle ground right there. Both sides kind of get what they want. The Giants aren't really committing to him like how they did in years prior, where they would just load all the money to the back end and just pray that the contract works out in their favor. So I'd say, and I think Daniel Jones has that confidence to where like he could probably perform in those next 2 years. Daniel Jones knows that there's pressure on him. He's got to perform now, and he's up to the challenge. By him accepting this deal, it shows that he's up to the challenge. He thinks he could perform up to expectations because he knows that if he doesn't, he'll end up getting cut, and he probably won't get a contract like that again. So, like you said, with the right coaching staff around him, Brian Daboll has, I'd say he really helped develop Josh Allen. I'd tell you, get Daniel Jones a number one wide receiver, like a true number one wide receiver, not Kenny Galladay, and we'll see what he could do. The same way Buffalo was able to acquire Stephon Diggs from Minnesota back in the day. They gave Josh Allen that true number one in his second year in the league, and he was able to develop, and that's the reason why Buffalo became a powerhouse in the AFC. Get Daniel Jones that true number one, just that true number one that he could rely on every single down, and I think he could really perform next year. A bunch of people were hating on this deal. I don't really think it's an overpay or anything. The cap space has been going up each and every year. It's only going to continue to go up. I mean, these players are going to continue to make more and more money. So, I'd say I actually like the move for the Giants. I don't think they wanted to restart with a rookie QB. If you picked up a free agent, you're probably going to give them like around the same amount of money anyways. What other free agent is really out there? What, like Jimmy Garoppolo? And how much would he get?
That's what I was saying. And Jimmy Garoppolo wants 37.5. I think Jones is. I would rather.
You might as well just pay Daniel Jones because he doesn't have the same health concerns, and also he's younger too. Threat. He's a guy you drafted. Yeah, dual threat too. Yeah, so I'd probably just run with Daniel Jones and see what he gives you.
Yeah, it's not. There was really no other options for the Giants either way that were better. Like Jimmy G, some people are probably gonna say. Some people will try to argue that he's better, but Jones already knows the system, and this is the first time he's actually gonna have a coaching staff for more than what is it called? For more than 2 years because we didn't have the same options. Yeah, so it's like They needed to keep him. Look at this, okay? Derek Carr, okay, Derek Carr's better right now. But Derek Carr had Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and Josh Jacobs, and he put up like a mediocre season.
Yeah.
Jones had fucking Isaiah Hodgins and fucking Richard James Jr. and a shitty all-line. So it's like, yeah, like you compare Devontae Adams to Isaiah Hodgins and fucking Richie James? Yeah, you can't even do that. Darren Waller too. Darren Waller is better than any other fucking weapon we had. So yeah, it's pretty. Yeah.
So try going out and getting Hopkins.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
They should try to go out and get Hopkins, get that true number one for him.
Yeah.
That veteran.
I know I keep on shitting on Isaiah Hodgins, but Isaiah Hodgins is going to be, I think he's a solid wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. Like a solid option there. I keep on shitting on him, but it's like, yeah, it's like a practice squad receiver. He was literally on the practice squad. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's
You're not even joking when you say that.
Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm not over-exaggerating. He was literally on the practice squad. So it's like, yeah.
Richie James too. I only know him as a kick returner. I never watched him play receiver at all. I only saw him in San Francisco as a kick returner, and that's
what they brought him in to do. The Giants just brought him in to be their kick returner, but they had to use him wide receiver because Kenny Galladay sucked ass. So they couldn't play Kenny Galladay because he sucked ass, and they couldn't fucking Sterling Shepard torn ACL, Wan'Dale Robinson torn ACL. Both of them tore their ACL, so it was like, yeah, no receiver.
I need to hope Wan'Dale Robinson develops too. He could actually stay on the field this year.
He actually had a solid
that guy
games.
that they thought Kadarius Toney was going to be.
Yeah, he actually had a solid couple of games. I'm pretty sure he's like one of the only 100-yard receivers that we had this year. It was only like 3 times. It was that Lions game. Wan'Dale had 100 yards and he tore his ACL. Yeah, he fucking slipped, tore his ACL. So it was pretty bad.
What was that? That was like the second game of the year? Third game of the year?
No, that was Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard was the second game.
Oh, the third
game. He was the third game. He tore his ACL in the Cowboys game on Monday Night Football.
Ah, damn.
The worst thing about that game, too, is that it was in garbage time. Yeah, it was in garbage time when he tore his ACL. Like, he was over. There was like a minute left, and he just ran around on the field. He tore his ACL. So, yeah. They also had
Sterling Shepard coming back, too, might help.
Yeah. To be honest with Sterling Shepard, I think he should just retire.
He probably should, bro. The dude gets injured way too much.
He could probably be like the wide receivers coach or something for the Giants and just retire because, yeah, he gets hurt too much. It's not like he's going to make that much money this year anyways if the Giants re-sign him. It's going to be like a $1 million deal. It's going to be cheap.
For real.
Slayton,
he could just be like
not
that
bad.
veteran receiver in the room.
Slayton isn't that bad either, but he's a free agent.
Oh, I forgot about Darius Slayton.
He's a free agent, though, and I don't want to pay him any money.
I forgot about Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
Ah, damn. What happened to him last year? He also got hurt?
Nah, he's just there.
Oh, so you're saying that they just decided to play Isaiah Hodgins over him?
Oh, no, he played. Slayton played, but Hodgins was better.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, damn,
Slayton will probably leave. I think Slayton's a solid receiver, too. He's like a solid wide receiver 3 or a wide receiver 4. He's not meant to be a wide receiver 2. He's not meant to be that.
Mm-hmm.
He's been nice for the Giants, though. The Giants drafted him like in the 6th round. That was pretty good. That was like one of the David Gettleman's only year. That was one of his only good picks in the 6th round, like in the later rounds. All the other players never even stepped on the field, so it was like, at least we got something out of Slayton. He's probably gonna get some money, like $6 million, $7 million a year, because he's not that bad. I think he needs to go somewhere else too. I don't think he can play in New York because every time he drops the ball, it's just like a fucking he drops too many balls. So like Evan Ingram finally got out of town. And he wasn't built for the New York fan base, man, because they just shit on him every time he dropped the ball. So
oh yeah, and now Evan Ingram's finally having a resurgence.
Yeah, I think he just needed. Yeah, he went to like a smaller market team where they're really not going to care that much if he does. The Giants have a big market. Even though they sucked, they still have a big market, so the fans are going to complain. Yeah, you already know the way New York fans are. Yeah. You already know. Yeah, they're going to. But Evan Ingram did cost us a lot of games. I just want to make that clear. Because I watched so many of those games, and we got costed by him. So, yeah.
Damn.
All right, let's talk about another quarterback. Let's go to Aaron Rodgers. So, apparently the Jets flew to California to meet with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, this is probably the best quarterback on the market for the Jets, unless it's Lamar. Lamar is probably the best quarterback on the market, but
yeah, no, I think Aaron Rodgers is the only option for them, really.
Yeah, he is.
I feel like he really is right now at this point.
Yeah,
they already missed out on Derek Carr. I feel like Rodgers was their guy. I feel like they're the only option for each other, really.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else wants to deal with Rodgers anymore. I don't think anybody else wants to deal with Rodgers. That's the problem. The Jets are just desperate because they need a quarterback.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
the Raiders could probably use Rodgers, but they don't want to deal with him. I guess they just don't want to deal. Because next year it's gonna be the same shit. If Rodgers gets traded to the Jets, he's gonna do this whole shit in the offseason where he's gonna be like, "Oh, am I gonna come back and play? Am I gonna retire? I don't know." So it's like, yeah, I don't think anybody wants to deal with that. And the Jets are just desperate because they have Zach Wilson and Zach Wilson's ass. Sorry to say.
They had their first slight taste of success, and now they want a lot more. They want it all now. They know they got to compete with these AFC QBs. They know they got to. When you run up against Patrick Mahomes, when you run up against Josh Allen twice a year, hell, even when you run up against a healthy Tua, you need a guy that's going to help you put up points. Aaron Rodgers is the best option on the board for them right now. I mean, I'm not even including Lamar Jackson. I really don't think that Baltimore lets him outside. But we're going to save that for later. Aaron Rodgers, I feel like these two teams just match perfectly together. Aaron Rodgers, I feel like he finally needs to get out of Green Bay. He's been there for too long. He hasn't had success in the playoffs. Jordan Love is still on the roster. They haven't used him for more than like 2 games this year, which is absurd. You drafted him in 2020. You just wasted it like an entire 4 years. I mean, I guess he was developing, but if you're not going to use him at all, you're just wasting like 4 years of his career if you keep Rodgers. And the Jets, I tell you, they need to run up the points. They need to run up the points. So I'd say it's a perfect situation for both teams. Aaron Rodgers, he gets to follow the Brett Favre footsteps, I guess. And he gets to start with his BS again in the offseason, kind of like how Brett Favre would. But, I mean, I guess he did learn a lot from Favre, if we're being honest.
Basically the same thing that happened to Favre. He went to the Jets too.
Yeah, for real.
After he left the Green Bay Packers, yeah.
Watch the Vikings get pissed off at Kirk Cousins next year. And Rodgers ends up there.
Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know if this is going to actually lead to anything for the Jets. Like, they get Rodgers. I don't really see them beating the Bengals or the Chiefs. Sadly, I don't. Maybe the Bills.
That's a top.
Yeah.
You get Aaron Rodgers, you automatically get a top 5 QB in that conference.
Yeah, you do.
He's a bit older, but you get one of those elite QBs.
I just don't see them still beating the Jets or the Chiefs. I mean, I don't see them beating the Chiefs or the Bengals. Those two. I just think Mahomes and Burrow, they just make their teams overpowered. Like, even with the Chiefs receiving core, pretty mediocre. But when you have Patrick Mahomes, it really doesn't matter. Yeah. You can just put out a mediocre receiving core. They have Travis Kelce, but I'm talking the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Juju is their best receiver. Tony played a couple of games, but it's like he's more of a kick returner. Sky Moore wasn't really that good this year either. And they still won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl with that. So it's like, and the Bengals, Joe Burrow is like probably the top 3 quarterback, top 4 quarterback. And they have the weapons too. They have Chase and T. Higgins. And their defense is pretty solid too. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, but this is probably the Jets fans need to hope they get Rodgers, or they're going to be welcoming Jimmy G to town too. So it's like,
yeah, bro.
There's really no other quarterback anymore that's good on the market except for Jimmy G that you can actually start and be solid with. Is Jimmy G. Because what, you're going to sign Carson Wentz? Are you going to sign Carson Wentz? Or are you going to sign Sam Darnold? No, you're not. So it's like, yeah, Jimmy G's the only one that's left. Yeah. So if Rodgers decides to retire, the Jets are screwed. Because they're going to have to start Zach Wilson again. Because I don't think.
Oh, boy, yeah.
It's either start Zach Wilson. Because it seems like the Jets still want to keep Zach Wilson. Because they want to bring Rodgers in to develop Zach Wilson still. So it seems like they want to keep Zach Wilson. So I'm assuming if they don't get Rodgers, they're probably just going to keep Zach Wilson again next year. Because I don't really think, to me, it wouldn't make sense to pay Jimmy G like almost $40 million just for like, if you still want Zach Wilson to develop. Because I really don't think Jimmy G is going to develop Zach Wilson. That's my point of view. I think the only way you can develop Zach Wilson still is if you have like Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is like one of the best quarterbacks to ever play. So that makes a little bit more sense to me. I don't know how Jimmy G is going to fix Zach Wilson because Zach Wilson is pretty shitty. I think it'd be pretty hard for Jimmy G to even fix him, to help fix him, because it's pretty.
I didn't even think about that. I honestly didn't even think about Aaron Rodgers actually coming in and trying to develop Zach Wilson. Coming out of the draft, I mean, that was the whole thing about Zach Wilson was his talents. like it was his off balance throws and all that stuff, trying to compare him to Aaron Rodgers. That's why the Jets ended up drafting him. I mean, they could have avoided this situation entirely if they had just made the obvious choice and drafted Justin Fields when they had him right there. That's their problem, though. They also could have avoided it if they didn't end up winning any useless games against random team. Who did they beat? The Rams?
Yeah, the Rams.
If they didn't beat the Rams, they could have ended up with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, was that win against the Rams really worth missing out on Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, probably not. They would have probably won. They could probably win the division with Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly. But apparently that one game against the Rams, that one 2020 game against the Rams was more important to them than securing Trevor Lawrence for the next 10 years and competing with all these QBs in the division. And then they had a chance to make up for it by drafting Justin Fields. And they still screwed it up. So, as far as the Jets' incompetence, they can only blame themselves, really. But they can buy themselves out of it. I tell you, they had a pretty solid year this year. They finally became a destination that players might actually want to go to. People might actually want to go to New York now, not just because it's New York, but because they actually want to win. So, I'd say I give them respect for that. But they really need Aaron Rodgers. I think the Jets should do whatever it takes to land Aaron Rodgers. If they, oh man, they really got to do whatever it takes.
Yeah, they do. They do, because it's just going to be a missed opportunity again next year if they have Zach Wilson again, probably.
Even if you don't think they could compete with like the Bengals and the Chiefs, I mean, they give themselves a shot.
Yeah, they do.
They give themselves a shot. Not to mention, it also helps with the development of Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore. If they actually start using Elijah Moore, they got a young receiving core. Bringing in Aaron Rodgers could really help develop them and turn them into like the true number one wide receiver. Like Gary Wilson could finally take that next step and become that guy with an elite QB like Aaron Rodgers. He already won Rookie of the Year with Zach Wilson at QB. Imagine what he could do now with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, he had 1,000 yards this year already with Zach Wilson, so yeah. Yeah, the only problem is I'm pretty scared about teams training for veteran quarterbacks after Russell Wilson happened last year. Because Russell Wilson seemed like a surefire thing, like, oh, everything's ready for Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson played like shit. So that's the only thing I'm scared about.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully history doesn't repeat itself, because when Brett Favre went to the Jets, it wasn't good either. So that's all I'm going to say. I just don't. Hopefully history doesn't repeat itself. Because if history repeats itself, yeah, it's
what would
pretty.
they have to give up for him? Probably.
I don't know.
They have their first round pick this year, right?
Yeah.
It would take at least the first.
He'll probably take a first, then like a third, because he's pretty old already. They'll probably only get him for either just 1 year or 2 years. And they have to deal with Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to deal with Rodgers. So it's like, yeah, next year if he does decide to play, you're going to have a whole drama in the offseason. Like, oh, am I going to come back? Oh, I have to go to my darkness retreat. I have to leave for a couple of days. Yeah,
and not only that, but he was done with his darkness retreat, and he's still holding it off for another month or so.
Yeah, it's going to be hilarious if he does all this shit and he just winds up retiring. That's going to be funny.
Bro. That'd be hilarious.
That's actually not that surprising to me if he did that. I'm not surprised because of the way he is. It's just Aaron Rodgers. I'm not surprised if that happened. If he did all this shit, the Jets meet with him and all that shit, and he just decides to retire. Yeah.
Bro, yeah. And you know what's crazy about it, too, is that if he decides to retire, I feel like he already knew he was going to retire. I don't know why he would bring the Jets along into it, though.
Oh, yeah.
He would just be wasting the Jets' time, bro. That'd be messed up.
Yeah.
Like, literally just giving the Jets hope for no reason.
Yeah.
When I'm pretty sure he already would have known that he was going to retire.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be pretty funny to me.
We might have to bring a Jets fan onto the show.
Yeah.
Let's see what their thoughts on that is.
Yeah, we can bring them on. We can bring a Jets fan on when if Aaron Rodgers decides to go to the Jets. So, yeah. All right. Let's talk about the NFL franchise tag deadline. Oh, we're going to talk about the fifth quarterback. The fifth quarterback of this episode, Lamar Jackson. All right. You want to talk about him first?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get to Lamar. Lamar, oh boy, it's a very, very tough situation right here. I can see where Lamar is coming from, wanting a Deshaun Watson contract. He does have the MVP. He's been with the organization that drafted him. He's embodied the city of Baltimore. He's been a class act on and off the field. I'm not saying Deshaun wasn't, but, you know, I can see where Lamar is coming from for wanting that contract. And quite frankly, whatever the Browns did is none of Lamar's business. I mean, what the Browns did, I mean, that's their problem. That's none of Lamar's business. I'm pretty sure Lamar thinks about it that way. He just sees a contract that's on the board. He sees that contract that a guy at his similar age, similar skill sets, like Lamar definitely does deserve what he's asking for. And now, the thing is, I'm not sure if he's going to get it from whether it's Baltimore or whether from it's another team. Because after it was announced that Lamar Jackson was getting a non-exclusive franchise tag, and he's actually allowed to negotiate with whatever team he wants to, all of a sudden teams are out on him. Like Atlanta, I know I just hyped up Desmond Ridder a bit earlier, but you're telling me if Atlanta had a shot to get Lamar Jackson, they wouldn't do it? I think that's cap. I think that's a whole lot of BS. Miami, Tua's all right, but I'd say he's got the concussion issues too. What if he ends up getting a concussion in like week 3? What do you do with him now? You're telling me you wouldn't want Lamar Jackson? I don't know what I'm missing out on here, but it does seem like the league is trying to like avoid the Deshaun Watson contract from becoming a reoccurring thing. I think all the owners collectively understand that that was a horrible contract that the Browns gave him. I mean, the Browns are going to do the Browns, right? You got to do whatever you can to secure a guy like Deshaun. But I feel like the rest of the league now is trying to clean up for the mistakes. I feel like they're looking out for like teams like Atlanta. I feel like they very easily could give him the same contract as Deshaun if they wanted to. But I feel like, I tell you, the league isn't trying to let this Deshaun Watson thing become a reoccurring trend. I do feel like, I don't know, I just don't think Lamar Jackson's going to get that contract that he's looking for. Deshaun Watson, I feel like he's going to be the only one that stands out with that contract. When it comes down to like Burrow and Burrow or Herbert, I think they'll end up getting similar contracts to guys like Mahomes, Allen, the traditional contracts. But I think Lamar is just going to be used as an example for the rest of the QBs that are to come after him.
Yeah, I don't think Lamar's going to get that deal that he wants either. I think he's going to have to settle. He's probably going to have to settle for what the Ravens' best offer is because what it said, the Falcons, Commanders, and the Panthers, they're just not interested in him. Because they don't want to give him $300 million in guaranteed money. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. That's too much money for the other teams just to guarantee. Yeah, the only quarterback that would probably get that much guaranteed money now is probably Mahomes. Because Mahomes is the only person, but he already got his contract. That's the only person that would probably get that much money guaranteed. Mm-hmm. So I think the Ravens also don't want to give him this money too because of the last 2 years he missed some games where he's been sick. Last 2 years, and he's also missed games where he's been injured. Like this year, He didn't play.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised that the Falcons, Commanders, and Panthers, we're not interested in getting better. We're fine with being mediocre. Especially the Commanders. The Commanders have fucking Taylor Heineke. Are you kidding
That's
me?
what I was thinking, too. I didn't even hear about the Commanders. I had forgotten about the Commanders, but then, you bring that up. They got Taylor Heineke and Sam Howell. You're telling me you wouldn't want Lamar? That's cap, bro. That's a whole lot of cap.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I guess the Falcons are comfortable with Desmond Ridder too. I guess Panthers don't even have a fucking quarterback, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're not interested." The only team that said that the Raiders still have some interest in him, but I really don't see him going to the Raiders. The only team that can really offer him a deal where the Ravens can't match is the Falcons because the Falcons have enough cap space where they can make for Lamar's cap hit for this year, they can make it like $60 million, and the Ravens don't have $60 million to match. So they couldn't. That's the only way. That's the only way.
If they wanted to give up the 2 first, they really could get it done.
Yeah, because the Ravens it would literally be impossible for the Ravens to. They have $30 million in cap space, so it would be impossible for the Ravens to match. So, but the Falcons apparently aren't interested. So, guess not. So I guess Lamar will probably wind up staying in Baltimore still. It probably won't be for that big contract. I think they're also giving Lamar a hard time because his mom represents him too. I think if he had an agent, I think his contract probably would have gotten done a long time ago. But
that's facts too.
Yeah, the NFL really doesn't like players who have who represent themselves or like their mom or dad represent them either. They don't really like that.
That's facts.
They like having agents. That's probably another reason why Lamar hasn't gotten his contract. The biggest reason though is is that he wants that guaranteed money because of the Browns. The Browns, yeah, it's because of the Browns. Yeah, the Browns did something stupid again.
Trying to screw up the league.
Yeah. I remember I heard about this too last year. There was a report last year too that a lot of teams were mad about the Browns doing that. That was
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah,
they broke the owner code.
He's probably gonna have to wind up settling for that. I'm pretty sure he declined a $250 million deal. He's probably just gonna take that because I know he wants more guaranteed money than Watson, but I don't think that's gonna happen. To be honest,
it's probably nothing against Lamar too. It's just I'd say he's a guy who's getting used as an example. He was the next guy in line. I feel like if it was you didn't see Kyler going out asking for his whole contract guaranteed, so he was able to get his contract done. Daniel Jones didn't ask for the whole fully guaranteed contract, so he ended up getting his deal done. I'd say I feel like whoever it was next in line, if Herbert would have asked for this deal, I don't think LA would have got it done. They would have been having problems with him too. I'd say it's just that Lamar is the unfortunate person in this situation. He couldn't get his extension done earlier, and now he's next in line, and now he has to get used as an example. Because that Browns thing, I don't think it's getting repeated. Like you said, Patrick Mahomes is probably the only one that's getting that type of deal from anybody.
Yeah,
and he got $500 million already.
Yeah, the Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback that's going to probably get a contract like that. Maybe I don't even think he's going to get a second contract but maybe if he's still that good when his contract ends.
Well, he's going to be 35 by the time it ends, though.
Yeah,
he's not going to even be that old. He's going to be. He's going to be old. But
I can see them giving him a second contract, maybe when it's year 7. If it's year 7 or year 8, just to spread out the cap because the cap hit's probably going to be high. So I can probably see him getting a second contract for that. But yeah, Mahomes is probably the only one that's going to break the bank again. Yeah, because I don't think Burrow's going to. Well, Burrow and all them are going to get paid, but I don't think they're going to get fully guaranteed contracts again. Hurts, I don't think he's going to get a fully guaranteed contract. He's going to get over $50 million per year, but he's not going to get fully guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see from the Ravens' perspective too, like you said, Lamar missed games because he got sick. He got sick twice last year, which is tough.
Yeah.
And then this past season, like you said, he ended up getting injured. And then that injury ended up taking a lot longer than it needed to, and he ended up missing out on the rest of the year. He ended up missing out on the playoffs. They really had a legit shot to beat the Bengals if Lamar Jackson had played. They had a shot with Tyler Huntley. With Tyler Huntley in the game, they were able to keep that game competitive. If they had Lamar Jackson, they had a legitimate shot to end up winning that. So I'd say if you're the Ravens, I could see why you wouldn't want to guarantee all that type of money to a guy. Like you said, he's missed games. And with his play style, is a good possibility that he could end up getting injured again. With how much he likes to scramble, how much they like to use his legs in the offense. You can't just go out and fully guarantee all that money to a QB, and then now you don't have any space to construct the rest of your roster.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for Lamar because he's probably got to settle for less money than he wanted. Because that's the only way he's probably going to get a contract because nobody else is going to give him the money he wants. The Ravens are probably the team that's probably going to give him the most amount of money possible. He's probably going to get.
Unless he just plays on the franchise tag, 1-year deal, prove himself. If he could go out and win a Super Bowl this year or put up another MVP season, then he could bump up his chances again. But that's on him, though. I mean, he might want to take his chances with that, honestly, because the franchise tag, he gets all his money up front, doesn't he?
Well, he only gets paid $32 million if he plays on the franchise tag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'd say just take this 1 year on the franchise tag. If you really want that guaranteed money, that's probably the move for him. You're probably gonna have to go out on a franchise tag this year and either A, win a Super Bowl, or B, put up another MVP season. Then I feel like it would be damn near impossible for the Ravens to not bend over and give him exactly what he wants.
Yeah, that's probably the situation. That's the only situation he's probably gonna get the money he wants. Yeah. The sad thing is I don't see that happening either because I don't see the Ravens winning a Super Bowl. But maybe if he wins another MVP, they'd probably get some more money. But yeah, that's a tough situation for Lamar. All right, so we're gonna talk about some of their franchise tags. One of the ones I was interested by is that the Eagles decided not to franchise tag C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They're not using it on any of their players, actually. They have a lot of free agents, too. There's also another report that came out by Adam Schefter that said the Eagles are probably going to lose Gardner-Johnson, Hargrave, and James Bradbury all in free agency. It seems like they're not going to pay any of them. I was actually surprised by that because I thought the Eagles would bring some. I thought they would bring some people back. But if those are like three of their best players on their defense, and they're going to be gone. Like Hargrave was really good this year. He's like one of the best tackles in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm surprised they didn't bring him back. I thought they were going to tag Gardner-Johnson too. There was like early in the offseason, it made it seem like when they barely lost the Super Bowl, it seemed like they were going to tag him. Like I kind of saw James Bradbury leaving already because I didn't think they were going to pay him. He's pretty old already. Yeah. But like Gardner-Johnson and Hargrave, I thought those guys for sure. That's tough. They have draft picks to replace them, but those guys are already really good. As far as
Hargrave, yeah, like you said, as far as Hargrave, I think they're banking on Jordan Davis to probably come in and develop. That's why I feel like they're a bit more comfortable because Jordan Davis didn't really get to play this year. But now I feel like they're probably expecting Davis to come in and fill in for that spot. CJ Gardner-Johnson does shock me, though. I'm not going to lie, it does shock me.
That one surprises me. It said that CJ Gardner-Johnson wanted like $18 million a year, though. So maybe it doesn't surprise me that much because $18 million a year for a safety is pretty like.
That's absurd.
Yeah. So a poverty franchise is probably going to get him because I don't think anybody else is going to pay him $18 million a year. What the fuck?
How much did Landon Collins get paid?
Oh, Landon Collins got paid a lot. I don't remember.
He got like $20 million a year.
Yeah. So I guess
from Washington.
Yeah. I guess it's not that unreasonable. I guess because he got it, but
yeah, that's the only contract I remember. Like where safety got that much, but that definitely didn't end up working out for the Redskins.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I don't think you can pay him that. Did he make an All-Pro? Because I'm pretty sure Landon Collins, when he got that contract, he was like a 2-time All-Pro already, and he was pretty young still. So it made sense, at least a little bit. Like it was understandable.
At the time, yeah. At the time, Landon Collins was one of the top safeties in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, because
CJ Gardner-Johnson might have made an All-Pro, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I just don't see CJ Gardner-Johnson as a guy who should get $20 million a year. That's like so much money.
Probably not.
For a safety. Yeah. Because
I'm pretty sure the Commanders too saw Landon Collins as like their next what's his name? Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hargrave, I thought Hargrave was going to be back for sure because Fletcher Cox is also in free agency too. So I don't know. Yeah. Because I would rather keep Hargrave and Jordan Davis together instead of re-signing Fletcher Cox because Fletcher Cox is like he's not that good. Yeah, he's old already. He's kind of washed.
He wasn't
Hargrave is way better. Yeah. He's still good.
He wasn't even supposed to be back on this team, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he got cut and then he got re-signed again. Yeah,
because they wanted him on a cheaper deal because he was getting paid too much money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Brandon Graham's a free agent too. Yeah, I don't think Brandon Graham's gonna want he had like double-digit sacks, so I'm pretty sure he's not gonna just take like $2 million. Like I'm sorry, he's gonna want a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that they have loyalty to those guys, but I would rather bring Hargrave back instead of paying an old, 36-year-old Brandon Graham $10 million. I would rather just pay Hargrave because Hargrave was probably like the third, fourth, second best defensive tackle. Probably the only guy he's behind was Chris Jones. He was really good this year. I'm surprised. That one surprised me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. There's also another report. The Bills, they didn't franchise tag either Jordan Poyer or Tremaine Edmonds. and they said they expected to lose both. That's another tough
Expected
situation.
to lose both? Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect I actually can't see Jordan Poyer anywhere else but Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's weird to me to see him like somewhere else but Buffalo.
Yeah. I'm hoping the Giants go after Tremaine Edmonds. That's what I want.
That'd be a good move. Yeah, that'd be
be a good move.
Hopefully it doesn't end up backfiring like all those other deals.
Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, but Jordan Poyer, I'm surprised. He was an all-pro safety, and they're just gonna let him leave. I guess he's old though. He's like in his 30s, so I guess I can see that they don't want to commit money to old players because he's like 32. I'm pretty sure. Micah Hyde too. Micah Hyde's old already. They've been in the league for a while. Poyer's been in the league for a while. I know he was with like the Browns, the Eagles. He was with a bunch of teams, and he finally found a good spot in Buffalo. Yeah,
that's crazy. He only became relevant once he made it to Buffalo, didn't he?
Yeah,
I
he was
literally
like
never
average.
heard of him before Buffalo.
Yeah, I just know that he played. I never heard of him. I never heard of him before Buffalo either. I just know he played. I know. I know where he played. He played for. I'm pretty sure he got drafted by Chicago. I mean, by Cleveland. I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that, bro. I honestly didn't even know that. I thought he's been like in Buffalo his entire career. If I'm being honest, I've only known him from his time in Buffalo.
Yeah, he wasn't that good when he was in Cleveland.
Shoot. Yeah.
All right, so what else do we have? Franchise tag. Oh, my favorite player in the NFL.
I was about to say
Saquon Barkley. Yeah. He probably won't play on the franchise tag though because he's probably gonna get an extension, but it probably won't be that much money. It'll probably be like around the $12 million. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. This is actually good because of Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones didn't get his contract extension, Saquon probably would have been gone. So it's actually pretty good that they got the extension done because they weren't going to be able to franchise tag Saquon. But yeah, Saquon's probably going to get paid around 12.5. Apparently, he wants like 14 mil, but I don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening.
That's like the Le'Veon Bell deal.
Yeah, if he wants 14.5, the Giants just need to trade him. I'm sorry, he's my favorite player, but I don't want to pay a running back almost 15 mil. I can't do that.
I mean, might as well.
Oh no!
How much is Zeke getting paid?
That's what I said.
Is Zeke getting paid like 20? He's getting paid like almost 20.
Yeah, that's what I said about Kenny Galladay. Might as well, and then Kenny Galladay just fucking shooting his contract.
Yeah, bro,
I said might as well. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's tough for running back though because if you can play you can draft a running back in the first round, you can get him for his first 5 years under a rookie contract, and you can franchise tag him 2 years in a row after that, and that's basically their career's over because they're most of the time they get injured too many times and they're done after 7 years.
Too many hits. Yeah.
And you basically just paid around $30 million for like an elite level running back play. If the Giants were to do that, like if the Giants just franchise tag them this year, $10 million. Next year, $10 million. Then you don't want him anymore. You can just let him go. Yeah, it's tough for running backs. The running backs just gets fucked over.
Yeah, that's really tough for them. That's kind of sad to see. The Titans are also trying to shop their running back. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like
they're just trying to go for a reset.
Resets. And I also think they're trying to move on from Derrick Henry like a year or two. They're trying to move on from him a little bit early before they move on to him because they can't move. If they move on to him from too late, if they're trying to move on too late, they're not going to get anything back from him. And the Titans are trying to rebuild right now. So I think they're trying to guess like they probably think that he has like another 1 or 2 years that he's actually going to be good. So might as well get something back.
Get some value for him. Yeah. They're doing the opposite of the Jets with Rodgers. I think
they're trying to move on from
Rodgers.
They're trying to move on from him early so they can get stuff back. So they can get capital back. This is like a type of like a Patriot. This is like a Patriots type of move. I can see when the Patriots were good, they would do this too. Like I remember Chandler Jones. Remember? He was on the Patriots. He was like an All-Pro. Yeah. And they traded him to the Cardinals. Yeah. So I think it's something like that. I think they're trying to move on from him early so they can get back the actual stuff that's useful, like a draft pick, like a second-round pick or first, almost probably maybe even a late first. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think the Titans were going to go anywhere either because the Titans are pretty.
They realized after this year it's pretty tough for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill still under contract?
Ryan Tannehill, yeah. I can see Ryan Tannehill getting traded though. Oh, you know what? If the Jets don't get Rodgers?
Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, I just remembered about him too. Yeah. If they could roll with Malik Willis, even though after watching him play last year, that's pretty tough, bro. Like,
yeah, I don't want.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. They're probably if they do trade Tannehill, they're probably gonna have to roll with Willis for this year. and they're probably going to have to draft the quarterback because I don't think Willis is that good.
He's not going to be able to do anything. Yeah, there's a reason why he's a third round pick.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody thought that he was going to be a steal last year. That everybody was just sleeping on him. It turns out that every other team knew what. I mean, they just knew that he was going to turn out like this. Like they didn't even see anything special in him.
Yeah. To be honest with you, Malik Willis is like a worse Anthony Richardson. Like he's Anthony Richardson, but he's just like a.
He's not built like him though, is he?
Yeah. No, he's not built like him. But the way he plays like him in college, but he had no arm. To be honest with you, his arm is not there.
Oh man, yeah, Anthony Richardson is just like a specimen too.
Yeah, he's like a low budget Anthony Richardson. That's why he was there.
Damn.
Yeah.
What pick do the Titans have this year?
I don't think that they probably have like in the teens, probably early teens.
They were like
probably 14.
7 and 10.
Yeah, they're probably in the 14s, 15s around there.
That's
they
crazy. Could trade up. Yeah, I feel like they have to roll with Malik though, at least for a year.
All right.
They already drafted him.
Yeah, another player they got that didn't get franchise tagged, Orlando Brown. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this one because it's like, I think he's kind of overrated. I'm not saying he's bad, but I think he's kind of overrated just because he plays for the Chiefs. Because he's not like I don't think he's like the top 5 left tackle in the NFL. I don't think he's that. I think he's like top 10, top 15. I think he's in the top 12. I think he's in that range. But I'm not surprised. I think the Chiefs are going to use their money in other places. Maybe possibly DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, but they'll probably find they can probably draft another left tackle for cheaper because Orlando Brown probably wants the 20 mil range. I'm not paying Orlando Brown 20 mil.
Oh hell no! Yeah. Isn't that like the Trent Williams type of deal?
Yeah, that's probably what Andrew Thomas is gonna get. And I'm sorry, Andrew Thomas is like another level. Like that's Trent Williams getting paid like almost 30 million a year because he's the best tackle in football.
Only 30 mil? Yeah. What the hell? I thought he was getting like 20, 22 or like around there.
No, it's like higher. His cap is higher this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but Trent Williams, I mean, he's Trent Williams though.
Yeah, there's only certain left tackles I'm paying that much money. Like Andrew Thomas, I'm paying that much money. What's his name? Christian Darrisaw. Christian Darrisaw is pretty underrated. He's better than Orlando Brown.
Oh, he deserves that money. I wish the Colts would have drafted him.
Yeah, those are the type of guys that deserve that much money. Like 23 mil, 24 mil. Those are the only guys I'm paying that much money because they're already elites. Andrew Thomas and Christian Darrisaw, they're already elite left tackles, and they're both 24, 23. They're young.
Yeah,
those are the guys you commit to. Yeah, like those guys. What's his name? Like, yeah, Penny Sewell. Yeah, that's what. Rashawn Slater too. Rashawn Slater is better than Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
There's a ton of guys. And Orlando Brown wants that much money. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Especially for a team like Kansas, where you got some money tied up in other spots. I mean, they just cut Frank Clark too. So, yeah, you can tell they're pretty tight right now.
Actually, they have cap space. Actually, they're just trying to free up more cap space. Yeah, they do. They're actually pretty good in cap space. Yeah, they could actually pay Orlando Brown and get DeAndre Hopkins if they wanted to. They can do both of them because they didn't have to pay Tyreek Hill $30 million. Yeah, they actually have cap space. And then Frank Clark too. Frank Clark frees like 15 mil because he's getting. Frank Clark, the problem I have with him is he only shows up in the playoffs. That's the problem. He doesn't show up in the regular season. Yeah, he's getting paid like 20 mil a year. Yeah. He's one of the top sack leaders in the playoffs, but it's just I don't know if that's worth $20 million. I don't know. There's an argument for that.
For he doesn't perform
in the playoffs. But I don't know.
I mean, it's only good though if you're a team that's contending for a championship. Like if it was like Buffalo going for that deal, I mean, it would make sense. If it was a team like Cincinnati, one of those teams, you got to be like right there in order for this move to make sense for you.
Yeah, that's probably where he's going to wind up. He's probably going to wind up on a contender. Because I don't think, what the fuck, like the Jaguars, what the fuck were the Jaguars doing paying Frank Clark? Even if the Jaguars are probably going to win the division next year, I still don't think it's worth paying Frank Clark for the Jaguars. Because like,
you don't think they can make a run? Unless Trevor Lawrence, I don't know, man. Trevor Lawrence might be.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, they can make a run next year, but I still wouldn't pay.
He might throw himself into that Mahomes and Burrow conversation, like dead serious.
Yeah, he outplayed Justin Herbert this year and in their game. They came back on him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I could see Frank Clark going to like a Browns. The Browns need another rusher because they lost Clowney. That wouldn't be that bad.
For real, yeah. But I tell you that.
The Browns.
I
You know
guess.
the Browns. What is it called? They have a contract clause in Deshaun. There's a clause in Deshaun Watson's contract where they can reconstruct his contract if he doesn't perform good. There's a clause, or if he doesn't perform, they can restructure his contract without his consent. Like they don't need to ask
Without his consent.
Yeah, they can just do it. Yeah.
Oh man, trying to finally give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
I'm playing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on Deshaun, bro. I'm not hating on Deshaun.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a report that says they want to add a speedy receiver in Cleveland. I don't know.
Speedy receiver. They do
Yeah.
need another receiver. I mean, all they got
Yeah,
is
they
Amari
do.
Cooper right now.
Yeah. Donovan Peoples-Jones is all right, but
Oh yeah.
he's all right. They probably need another one though. And so the Broncos are also shopping. They're shopping Sutton, Cortland Sutton.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I haven't really. I think he was kind of overrated last year when they went into that season when they were talking about him as being Russell Wilson's number one target. I think he
Oh,
was kinda
for
overrated.
real, bro.
Yeah.
They were talking about like Russell Wilson. He's got the best receiving core you could have asked for, and it's like, man, I don't know how good you thought Cortland Sutton was. I thought Jerry Jeudy was probably going to be the number one in that team.
Yeah, I don't really know how good Sutton. Sutton's not like Sutton reminds me too much of Kenny Galladay. I'm sorry, he reminds me too much of Kenny Galladay. The way he plays,
yeah.
he's not as bad as Kenny Galladay, but he's like the way
He's
he's
not
like,
as bad as Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, he's like I want a route runner type of receiver when I want receivers. I don't want like guys that are just gonna go up there and get it. I need guys that are gonna
Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with Jerry. I don't want Jerry Jeudy either. I'm sorry, he's all right. He's better. I think he's better than Sutton, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's kind of disappointed me. All right, Arizona
Jeudy
also
for
cut.
sure.
They cut Chosen Anderson. That's his name though. Rodney Harrison.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that, bro. What
that was
didn't he go from like Robbie with IE to Robbie with a Y to now Chosen Anderson?
Yeah, now he's Chosen Anderson. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's crazy, bro. I'm gonna just keep calling him Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, this frees up money. That trade was pretty much just a waste of a pick. They raised it like a 5th round pick. Yeah,
For real.
I probably would have rather just kept the 5th round pick, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. I don't even know what the point of that was.
I'm pretty sure they just lost cap space because they're still eating dead cap space. They're eating like $3 million in cap space. So they essentially just traded a 5th round pick to lose money because they get $12 million, but they lost money.
Damn.
Yeah, they lose. They had 15. They basically traded for him. He had a $15 million cap hit. They released him, $12 million. They get $12 million back, but they lost $3 million. So they basically that was just dumb. There was no reason to do that.
Oh my god, bro! I don't even know what they were thinking with that either. It's not like he was that great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty. He's fallen off ever since he left the Jets.
Yeah, there's no reason to trade for him. It was pretty useless. Waste of money. They wasted a 5th round pick and they wasted $3 million. All right. So
Damn, that's tough.
There's a couple of releases. Donovan Smith, the left tackle from the Buccaneers, he's released. Yeah.
He was getting up there in age, though.
Yeah, he's pretty old. Some team will probably pick him up, but yeah, he's still some. I guess he can still play. Byron Jones got cut as well, officially.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty ass too now.
Byron Jones, I didn't really pay attention to Byron Jones this year.
No, he's bad. He's
For
bad.
real? Damn,
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
To be honest, ever since he went to the Dolphins, he's been mediocre. The Dolphins paid him all that big contract. He's been mediocre, and this year, he was just completely shitty. But
I mean, at least they got Xavier Howard.
Yeah, they got Howard still. Howard didn't do too good either this year, though. He was all right, but their cornerback room was pretty average. All right, and this is the Ravens. The last news: the Ravens and the Chiefs really like free agent wide receiver Allen Lazard. I guess the Chiefs are gonna just have a mediocre receiving core again. But
I was thinking about the Ravens, bro. Like,
yeah.
Lamar has been asking for wide receivers. The Ravens have been needing some wide receivers, and you're telling me that the best help you could get is Allen Lazard?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it would be funny if the Chiefs get him. They're going to basically have 2 of the package receivers from last year, or like 2 years ago. They have MVS
and Lazard.
Yeah. You want to see this report? It says this is what somebody said. One of the sources for this thing. He said, "My nipples are hard for Allen Lazard." Somebody said that on the source. I'm not lying. I don't know. It says one source heard the phrase from the teams My nipples are hard for Alan Lazard. So somebody from the Chiefs and Ravens said that. Somebody said that. I don't know.
Somebody from the Ravens?
Somebody from the Ravens or the Chiefs. I don't know. Somebody said that. One of those teams. I don't know.
God damn, that's crazy. I
That's pretty weird.
Andy Reid out there saying that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. All right, so we're gonna head into the last topic of today's show. We're gonna talk about some of the NBA games from yesterday. All right, let's see. All right,
Let's talk about the Knicks again.
We can probably talk about some of the games today too, because they're on right. Some of them already finished.
I know, yeah.
All right, there's one team I want to talk about though. I want to talk about the 76ers for sure. All right, yesterday the 76ers, it was a complete blowout. This game I actually won some money off of because I bet on the money line. I bet on the Sixers because they were underdogs against the Timberwolves. That was pretty weird to me. The Timberwolves lost 117 to 94. I don't know how they were the favorites because nobody on this team was guarding Embiid. Rudy Gobert didn't do shit. 6 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. And Embiid, he scored 39 on him. He shot 13 for 22 from the field. He was 100% from 3, 100% from the field. He was 4 for 4 from 3. Yeah, Embiid just cooked.
Say that again.
39 points, 13 from 22 from the field, 100% from 3, 7 rebounds. And he hit 4 shots from 3. Yeah. Embiid was just on another level. Yeah, nobody was guarding. I don't know what the fuck Rudy Gobert was doing yesterday. Yeah, and then Minnesota just couldn't. I was watching this game. Minnesota couldn't hit a shot. The only guy that played good was Edwards. Edwards had 32 points, 7 rebounds. Nobody else did anything for the Timberwolves. This game was about Harden as well. Harden didn't play. He got rest on a back-to-back. Yeah. And it was basically just Joel Embiid and Maxey. Maxey had 27 points too. They just killed Minnesota. I actually want to talk about Philadelphia though because on what is it called? Let me see. On Monday night, on the first game of the back-to-back, they played the Pacers. And that game was a high-scoring game. It was 147 to 143. Harden in this game, he had 20 assists. That's the second time this season where he has 20 assists. And Embiid had 42 points. And Embiid's just going crazy. On a back-to-back night, he had 42 points and then 39 points. That was insane. Jalen McDaniels actually been a nice pickup for the Sixers. He had 20 points that game. 6 rebounds. And Tyrese Halliburton in this game went off as well. Tyrese Halliburton actually had a really good game this game. 40 points and 16 assists. But yeah, the Sixers took this game as well. Then on Saturday night, they ended the Bucks winning streak. That was another great game for the Sixers. The Sixers were struggling to come out of the All-Star break, but this is like a good what is it called? They were on the road for all these games. This is actually pretty good for them because they actually needed this run. For Saturday night, they were down 18 to Milwaukee. They came back down 18 against one of the best team probably in the East now, Milwaukee. They came back down 18 against them. And they ended Milwaukee's 16-game winning streak. That was a pretty good game. Harden had 38 and Embiid had 31, 10 and 6. Yeah, but this is really just like what happened in this game was really Giannis because Giannis really sold in the third and the fourth. He really couldn't hit a shot anymore. He was like 9 for 20. He still 9 for 21 from the field. Yeah, he just struggled in the third and the fourth. And then Embiid and Harden just went crazy in the third and the fourth. Harden went nuts in this game in the fourth quarter. He had I think he had 18 points in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he went crazy in this game. But yeah, it's been a pretty good last couple of games for the Sixers. I think the Sixers really needed this because they started off slow. You want to talk about the Mavs?
No. I'm just playing. We got a win last night against the Jazz. It wasn't the most comfortable win. I mean, we opened as 11-point favorites. We only ended up winning by 4. It was a pretty disappointing win, if I'm being honest. The Jazz, I believe they were playing without Jordan Clarkson. Lauri Markkanen ended up going crazy. He did his thing out there. But I feel like for the Mavs to be minus 11 favorites and to only win by 4 off of Kyrie Irving just taking over in the fourth quarter, I'm not really too comfortable with that. Kyrie Irving, though, what I am happy about is Kyrie because he really took over that fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure I can't remember it off the top of my head, but majority of his points came in the fourth quarter. Luka did all the damage quarters 1, 2, and 3. Kyrie Irving just completely took over in the fourth when he needed it. He won us a game for sure. No other Mavs starter actually scored in that fourth quarter. Not a single Mavs starter, not even Luka. It was Kyrie Irving and the role players, pretty much. Tim Hardaway Jr., he did his thing again last night. When Tim Hardaway Jr. gets hot, it's very, very hard to stop because he just pulls up whatever shot he wants. Like, he'll literally just run up and pull up the most randomest shot ever. But when he's on his game, that shot is going to go in. Like, I'm telling you. So, Tim Hardaway, another big reason why we won that. But I'd say I really wasn't too comfortable with that. And then earlier today, we played against the Pelicans. -2.5 favorites. And what do you know? The game wasn't competitive the whole time. After every single time I feel like I come on this show, I come and record myself just shitting on the Pelicans each and every time. Just to see them come out here and do this to the Mavs. It wasn't even competitive the entire game. After I tell you we're favorites in this game too. We shouldn't have lost this one.
Yeah, I know Kyrie struggled
without Zion. What's up?
Yeah, Kyrie struggled from the field in this game too. I'm pretty sure, like in the first half of this game, the first quarter, like in the first half of the second quarter, he had like 2 points. It was pretty.
Oh yeah, it was a struggle.
He finished with 27, but it was like he's still 10 for 24 from the field. So it was They also
he's mostly a finisher.
Yeah, on Sunday too. Then they lost to the Suns though.
That too. I was about to get into that one. That game really gets me mad. Oh my god, we need to get the Suns versus Mavs part 2 in the playoffs. I'm telling you, the league needs that. Did you see Devin Booker and Luka Doncic after he ended up missing that last shot?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, it pissed me off, bro. It's like, man, Dominic Mysterio out here just in Devin Booker's body, for real, bro. This dude's out here talking shit to his father. I mean, come on, bro. Luka owned you last year. This dude goes up and starts talking shit to him because he got KD now. Not only Luka, he got into it with Kyrie too after the game. So it's like, oh my god, bro. I can't wait to freaking destroy this dude in the damn playoffs again. It's going to be even more satisfying than it was last year when they got completely demolished in Game 7. Oh my god, I'd say the league needs it. It doesn't matter if it's the first round, second round, Western Conference Finals. The league needs a 7-game series between these two. And you also got the history between KD and Kyrie too. You got them two going at it. And now you got Luka and Booker going at it, the father and son. Bro, I'd say the league needs a series. Kyrie and Luka combined for like 60, damn near 70 points, but couldn't get the job done that game. Booker did have himself a good game. I'll give him respect for that. He did have a good game against the Mavs. He put up like 37 or something like that.
Him and KD, yeah.
KD too, yeah. For sure. Yeah. But don't be talking shit to your father, bro. Come on, man.
There's only one problem I've had with this Mavericks team. They're rebounding. When they play against a good rebounding team, they struggle. Like Christian Wood and Dwight Powell. Like in Phoenix.
That pissed me off so much last year, too.
Aiden had 16 rebounds, man. And Christian Wood had 3. And what's his name? Powell? He had 4. You know who led the league? You know who led the team in rebounds that game? Luka.
Probably Luka. Yeah, that's it. Luka's our leading rebounder, I'm pretty sure, like on the year.
Yeah.
He averages like
I know
8
Christian
rebounds.
Wood was that. I know Christian Wood's not that good of a rebounder when I watched him in Houston last year. He's all right, but it's like that's the only thing that I don't like about one of the problems I have with this Mavs team now is they have really no rebounding at all.
I'd say that would piss me off last year too because we wouldn't do that. We'd never rebound. Watching those Golden State games, bro, Dwight Powell get out rebounded every single time. This dude would play 30 minutes to grab 1 rebound, and then we bring in JaVale McGee too. We think JaVale McGee's gonna help solve this problem. Bro, JaVale McGee doesn't even play anymore, bro. I mean, this dude is fucking washed. This dude is washed, bro. I don't know why they thought that bringing in old washed JaVale McGee was the right move.
Yeah, KD really sealed that game. Didn't he hit like a clutch mid-range jumper? I'm pretty sure they tried double teaming him on Sunday, and he hit that
They're going
clutch
back and
jumper.
forth at the end. Yeah, they were going back and forth at the end. KD ended up hitting a mid-range. Then Luka came back at the other end. He had an easy layup, bro. I forgot who was guarding him, bro.
Yeah.
This dude just went flying out the way. He just went flying out the way, bro. Luka had an easy layup. That's a shot that goes in 99 out of 100 times, bro. The Phoenix Suns got definitely lucky with that one because I know damn well any other time, like 99 straight times, Luka is hitting that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just been kind of shaky since you guys traded for Kyrie, but it usually just takes a while for the team to adjust.
Yeah.
Because you guys
we're 3-7 in our
all?
last 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, hopefully, if you guys don't win this year, hopefully Kyrie comes back because
Yeah.
oh yeah, hopefully you guys can make better adjustments because there's probably still holes in this team that you could probably fill. I think you guys need like a legitimate defensive center, like a defensive big man, because Powell's not going to provide that defense for you. Christian Wood provides the scoring, but I think you guys need like a legitimate defender.
Some rebounding.
Yeah, a legitimate defender and a legitimate
rebounder.
Like
like a Steven Adams or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
that can kind of defend and rebound.
But yeah, you really don't need the offense because Luke and Kyrie are basically giving you most of the offense. And Bullock and Hardaway, they provide the 3-point scoring. Yeah, I guess Christian Wood also provides the scoring, but I don't know. I think you guys really need help with that rebounding because basically just Luka. Yeah, because Kyrie's not going to give you the rebounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody else is going to. Yeah, Powell especially is not going to give you rebounding. Powell in 24 minutes had 4 points. That's all he did. 4 points and 4 rebounds. That's insane.
He does this. He does this, bro. It's annoying.
Yeah.
But you've seen that peak, though. You've seen that peak. I know you see that peak when Luka and Kyrie are hitting on all cylinders. You saw what they did to the Sixers.
Oh, yeah, that game, they were like 85%
You saw what they did to the Sixers?
Yeah, they just didn't miss a damn shot. There was like no chance for the Sixers. They legitimately did not miss a shot that game. That was an insane game. They did not miss anything.
Bro, 42 and 40, bro.
Oh, that game got me so... Bro, they didn't miss a single shot. They were like 80% from the field. The whole Mavs team wasn't missing anything. That was an insane game. Yeah. The only problem with that is that you can't... Yeah, you're not going to be able to have that every single night. That's why you need like other guys. Yeah, you need like... you guys need more defense. More rebounding, especially.
Defense and rebounding. Rebounding is a big problem, bro. I remember that pissed me off so much last year. That pissed me off so damn much last year. Come on, Looney would be killing us last year.
Yeah, in the offseason, you probably need like a legitimate big man that can play defense and rebound. You probably need like another defensive wing, too. Another 3-and-D wing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who's out there, though? Like, what kind of center is out there?
I don't know. Like, really... You probably have to trade for somebody.
Yeah, it's more than likely. Chris Wood. I still like having Christian Wood, too. We got to resign him. I think he was a good pickup. He's a solid pickup, bro. He needs to get more minutes, bro. Because I remember when he was playing, when Jason Kidd was giving Christian Wood minutes, bro, this dude was lighting it up. Man, I'm telling you. He was lighting it up from deep. He was playing defense. Like, I think, bro, I don't know why they stopped playing him as much, bro. We need to get him in more over Dwight Powell. I'll tell you that, bro. I love Dwight Powell, man. Yeah. He's been on the Mavs for a solid time, but god damn, bro, I'm tired of seeing them.
I don't know why. It's Christian Wood's just a better version of Dwight Powell, to be honest with you. He's like a better offensive player. There's no reason. Well, I guess he needs the scoring off the bench. That's the only reason I can see him being on the bench.
He's more skilled. Like
he's better.
Dwight Powell's more athletic, but Chris Wood has better skill. Like you see it on the floor. Chris Wood could pop shots from the 3-point line. Like you said, he's like Kristaps Porzingis, but without the expectation that Kristaps Porzingis was supposed to have. Remember, Kristaps came in; he was supposed to be that number 2, but he was never that guy. Though Christian Wood comes in and does the exact same thing, except the only difference is he's not expected to do that. Like, imagine if we had Kristaps Porzingis coming off the bench last year, how pissed off Mavs fans would have been. Pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah, you might as well just start Christian Wood over. The only problem is that you basically have no bench scoring anymore, but it's like...
I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr. is still coming off the bench, though.
Yeah, you get that, but it's like Frank Ntilikina Yeah, he's
Oh,
not.
yeah, that's true.
Justin Holiday. Justin Holiday's gonna have some good games, but it's not like he's gonna.
He's pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's not gonna be consistent. Marquise Morris, that dude's washed.
Hell no. Yeah.
Yeah, Bertans is not playing a single minute anymore. Yeah,
Maxi
yeah.
Kleber came back. Wait,
Oh, yeah,
Maxi gets
Kleber.
hot. Yeah, Maxi gets hot, bro. I don't know if you saw him against the Jazz, bro. This dude, oh my god, bro. He was freaking.
Oh yeah,
Maxi Kleber was the reason why we ended up, like, single-handedly one of the reasons why we won some of those games against the Jazz, bro. I remember he went like 8 for 8 one of those games from 3.
Yeah, I remember. He's pretty hot in the playoffs. Yeah.
I tell you, Maxi could be pretty nice for us coming off the bench. Jaden Hardy too. Jaden Hardy needs some more minutes, bro. Whenever he gets minutes, he puts up points. Jaden Hardy, we drafted him in the second round last year. He could put us some points. I'm telling you that much for sure. I'm pretty sure he just posted the shit out of Jackson Hayes right now too.
Yeah, the problem with Jaden Hardy is that he's just too young, I think. And I don't think... I know he's not a good defender. Yeah, like I know about that. He's not that good of a defender.
Yeah. He could score though.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to play on that much because he's a rookie. That's the problem. Usually when these contending teams, they really don't play their rookies that much. Like, yeah. You know, this dude on Sunday too, Ish Wainwright, that dude was going crazy from 3. He was 4 for 5 in the fourth quarter. He only played the fourth quarter too. That was pretty.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, that pissed me off so much, bro. That pissed me off so much.
Yeah, that dude doesn't even play that much game. He only played in the fourth quarter and he went off. Yeah.
He just came in randomly, bro. I'm like, what the hell?
That's the only reason I think. Yeah, Christian Wood's better. Obviously, he's going to provide more than Dwight Powell because Dwight Powell. Yeah, neither of them are going to give you elite defense or elite rebounding, but Christian Wood's a much better offensive player than Powell is. Mm-hmm. But that's the only reason I think they have him on the bench, though, is because of they need some scoring off the bench, or they need more consistent scoring off the bench. I guess Wood and Hardaway are the only guys off the bench that really give you consistent scoring because Holiday was really just a buyout player. It was not like you're not expecting him to be like a 15-point per game scorer. Yeah.
And Frank's just there mostly for the defense.
Yeah. So yeah, it's basically yeah. And Bullock is like
mostly just catch really and shoot.
Yeah, he's a shot chucker too though. He's a really shot chucker. Like if he's off that night, he's still gotta take the shots. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really what the Mavs need. Alright, let's see about games today that just happened. Boston. Well, let's just go through some of these games really quick. Boston, they ended their 3-game losing streak. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. They were eventually going to get away. They're still one of the top contenders, yeah. Yeah, not much to say about this game. Yeah, they were going to win this game. I was expecting them to win this game. They had to. Yeah, if they lost this game, it would have been pretty concerning still. That was a 4-game losing streak. But yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. This seemed like this Celtics team has more problems than we thought they would. Because last year they seemed unstoppable last year in the playoffs.
They did look pretty unbeatable.
Yeah, but they don't seem unbeatable this year. It seems like it seems like you can beat them. Like we
need to get that Bucks. Milwaukee and Boston again. It'll run it back.
Yeah. What
Philadelphia too could provide some problems if the seeding stays the way it is right now. Philadelphia could provide some problems for them.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that game that they just played. It took a game winner from Jason Tatum to be able to put that team away. But then again, Tatum was off that night too, though. So
yeah, he was off that night.
If you get Tatum when he's scoring, I don't know. It should be a good series though. I could see it going like 6-7.
I think it's gonna be a more interesting series than I thought it was. Because I thought the Celtics were more unbeatable than I thought, but
for real,
yeah, they don't seem that unbeatable anymore.
Run away with it?
Yeah, I thought they were gonna really run away with it, but it doesn't seem like that anymore. It seems like the Bucks are kind of running away with it, but I still think the Phillies is a good matchup for the Bucks. So even if they do play the Bucks, I think they're still a pretty decent matchup. It's probably their best matchup between Boston and Philly because Philly, I don't think has a good matchup against Boston, but I think it's still going to be an interesting series. I think it's definitely more interesting than I thought it was going to be. All right, another game. Cleveland beats Miami by 4 points, 104-100. Let's see.
Probably expected that one.
Yeah. Jimmy Butler, 28 points. Bam Adebayo, 17. Hero, 22. Pretty, like, I guess the Cavs, all the guys in the Cavs starting lineup had double-digit points. Garland led the team, 25. Kevin Love, 8 points. Yeah, I don't know why Kevin Love's even playing. Yeah.
Bro, oh my God. Bro, we talk so much shit about Kevin Love, bro. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I don't know why Kevin Love's still starting.
Bro.
And this is just not bad.
Kevin Love,
this Miami roster is, bro. They have to start Kevin Love. There's nobody else I can see on this team starting. Damn.
Yeah,
who are they starting
bro,
before Kevin Love? That's my question, man. I'm looking at this team. I don't know who the fuck they were even starting before Kevin Love. Because I don't think nobody else on this team I even know. Except for, like, Haslam. And Haslam wasn't starting.
He's going to retire, too. About damn time, bro. God damn.
Yeah, Miami really lost their depth in the offseason. They really have no depth anymore. Well, I guess Kyle Lowry's still out with injury, but Kyle Lowry can't play center. I can tell you that. He can't play center. So really,
know, bro.
Yeah. I don't know what Kyle Lowry's going to do when he comes back. He's probably going to run off the bench, though. Yeah. But Miami's roster doesn't seem as deep as it was.
It really doesn't. No, that's why. Well, that's why they bring in Kevin Love.
They're probably. Yeah, Miami's probably gonna be a first round exit. More than likely. Like you can say, "Oh, Jimmy Butler's gonna show up in the playoffs." It doesn't matter. If Jimmy Butler shows up in the playoffs when he's starting Kevin Love. Like who? Imagine,
bro, unless Kevin Love shows up too, bro. Hey, Kevin Love hasn't been in the playoffs in a minute.
Like who are they gonna play right now? If they play in the playoffs. They're probably gonna be the 7th seed.
They're gonna get really off by Boston. Against Boston, yeah.
They're gonna get destroyed. Probably like a 5-game series. Yeah, to be honest with you. Who else? Even if they finish the 6th seed, I think Philly. Who's gonna stop Embiid? Dam's a good defender, but he ain't stopping Embiid. Who you gonna put Kevin Love on Embiid? Nah. Yeah, we're gonna put Kevin Love on Embiid. We're seeing what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Bro, Kevin Love is gonna end up getting cooked, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh man. I feel bad for Kevin Love, bro.
Are you telling me this bench?
Him, bro. Every time we mention him, it's
this bench doesn't scare me either anymore. Like it's Caleb Martin, Cody Zeller, Victor Oladipo. Victor Oladipo, the scariest player on this bench.
They still have Victor Oladipo, bro. I forgot about that man.
He's not that good anymore though either. But
I forgot about that man. That's crazy, bro. I forgot Victor Oladipo was on the Heat.
It seems like every time we talk about the Heat, we always shit on him too. We always shit on the Heat and the Pelicans. Those are the teams we always shit on all the time.
I know, yeah. And I actually like the Heat too, bro.
Yeah.
But god damn, bro.
Actually, I don't like the Heat because they eliminated the Sixers last year. That's why I always shit on them. Because of what they did to us last year. I actually hope they get the 6th seed so the Sixers can take them out this year. Because I got me mad last year, man. That was a tough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They could run it back this year.
But the Sixers and the Heat basically just flip-flop, though, because the Sixers' depth is way better than it was last year. It's way better. Like
that old head PJ Tucker.
Old head PJ Tucker. Even Jalen McDaniels. I'm taking Shake Milton, actually, over all these guys on this bench. Shake Milton is better. And then Victor Oladipo now. It's pretty sad. Kyle Lowry, I haven't even seen Kyle Lowry play this year, to be honest with you. But yeah.
Neither have I, bro.
Shake Milton's probably better than most of these players on this bench. Jalen McDaniels is better than all these players, probably. Yeah.
Probably, bro. Actually, hold on. Tyler Hero's starting now?
Yeah, he's starting.
Okay, yeah, then. Yeah, they're better than everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically have to start Tyler Hero because you have to start Kyle Lowry then. And Kyle Lowry's been out of injury, but yeah, you would have to start Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, because I remember they always liked having him as that 6th man off the bench. It's freaking light him up.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero's pretty nice.
All right, well, there's not much other. Most of these other games are pretty much blowouts. Phoenix blew out Oklahoma. They didn't have KD.
I mean, what the hell were you expecting? Yeah.
They didn't have KD, and they still lost by 31 points. Devin Booker had 44. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, it was pretty. Bro. Yeah, I don't even think Shai played. Yeah, Shai didn't play. I don't even know. You don't know who the leading scorer was for Oklahoma City? I don't even know who the fuck this is. Lindy Waters. Who the heck is that?
Lindy Waters?
Yeah.
What position
he had 23 points. He plays shooting guard. I don't even know who the heck that is.
Holy cow, bro. Oklahoma, god damn.
The Oklahoma's whole starting lineup sucked. They all sucked. All of them had single digit points. Josh Giddey had 10 points, but he shot 3 for 12.
Hold up, bro. So how many points did Lindsey Water have?
He had 23.
Oh, okay. He came off the bench.
Yeah, he's the only one that did anything.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they scored 101 points. God damn, it's funny. You know how like the NBA posts the highlights?
Uh-huh.
Lindy Waters is on the highlight, man. He's on the. It's him and Devin Booker.
Oh,
that's how bad Oklahoma did. Like, not even Giddey played good. Giddey took 12 shots and he only scored 10 points. It's pretty insane.
God damn, bro. I wonder how they're gonna be when Chet comes back.
Terrence Ross had more points than anybody on the Thunder. He had 24 points off the bench. He had more points than everybody on the Thunder. It's pretty sad. Yeah.
Old man Terrence Ross, bro. God damn.
Yeah.
How old is Terrence Ross now, bro?
He's probably like in his 30s. Yeah, 35, yeah. He's pretty old.
Yeah.
He's been in the league for a while. All right, so Chicago blew out Denver. I want to see who played for Denver. Oh,
Joker wasn't playing?
Oh, Jokic played. They just played bad.
God damn, bro. What the hell?
This game probably doesn't mean too much, though.
I'd say if there's a team, though, that could afford a loss like that, it's Denver in the West.
Yeah.
And they've kind of separated themselves early on to the point where they could take some pretty random losses like that.
Yeah, that game doesn't mean too much to me. It's probably just an outlier game. Yeah, I'm not changing my mind on the Bulls. The Bulls are ass. Sorry to say. The Bulls are ass.
I want to talk about something else, bro. This is pretty random, pretty off topic, bro. But have you seen that video of like John Morant, how they expose him, like how he's pretending to be hood, but really he went to a private school and he grew up with like 2-parent household and all that stuff?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen he pretends to be hood, but he's not hood.
That's crazy, bro. He's not even hood. Like, he's not even about that. So I don't even know why he's pretending, bro. He's got no reason.
I don't know why he's doing this shit either. Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. Because Dame Lillard liked the tweet, right? But I mean, it's facts. You see guys like Dame who are actually from the hood, but you never see Dame act that way, though.
That was fake.
You never see Dame.
No. That was fake. Dame didn't do that.
He did it? Oh my god. I thought it was actually being serious, bro. Oh, thank God.
No, it was a joke. Dame even tweeted about it that he was mad because it was fake. Yeah, Dame. It was like some fake news report site. It was just a joke.
Oh damn, bro. I got fooled by that, bro. I was like, damn. But I mean that's facts though, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like a bunch of people from the I can't explain because I'm not living that, but what I would think, right, is like most people from the hood, once they get out, I mean, they kind of try to avoid that kind of lifestyle. But John Morant, bro, I don't know what the hell is up with this dude.
Yeah. All right, we could probably end the show on that topic. None of these other games are really too interesting. We can talk about the NBA more in the next episode.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. It was a pretty long episode. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. All right, see you guys next time in the next episode.
Peace out.
Bye.